Tell us about the experience. Why should we see The Hobbit?
Because we're in it. Yeah. No, seriously.
It just happens to be an extraordinary film.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
How difficult was it for you as actors to be part, to react to situations that were produced in post-production as well?
Oh, no trouble at all. We had a very good director.
Yeah. And also the people around us who made the job so easy. All the people around that were part of creating our dwarves. They were amazing.
You look totally different from the characters.
Oh, yeah.
How
Really?
painful? How painful was the makeup?
No, it wasn't painful at all.
We had people who were the best in their business, the prosthetic makers.
And you did get used to it after a while,
We went to workshops. Yeah. We went to workshops. Best
there
in
were
the world.
days we would turn up and we'd get all our kit on, and then we'd feel normal.
Yeah.
It was normal in the end.
Yeah, we felt we had mental problems at the end of it. Seriously, no.
He had them before he started.
He already had them.
Do you think going through such a transformation it makes difficult for you guys to relate to the characters when you see them on the screen?
No.
Sometimes it is.
Well, not as actors. You know what you're going to do before you start.
Why are you contradicting yourself?
Yeah. Well, it all depends. Because I had quite a bit of prosthetic, and I guess so did Mark. I mean, it wasn't difficult, but it was a challenge because you have to actually work through the prosthetic, so you almost have to go bigger than you usually would, almost like stage. It wasn't
facially you did. Your facial expressions you did, but it was fantastic.
Brilliant experience.
Last question: what do you think Peter brings into popular culture?
Genius.
Yeah, he is.
Seriously.
And he's also advancing the technological processes. Some people have criticised it, but
the 48
in fact,
frames
it is the future. It is the future.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Great film.
Thank you.
And enjoy the
Thank
event.
you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you.
We're just doing like one question first.
Over half the animals in this film are
creating this entire world. So my question is, what is it like for you, almost as an artist, to see this realized and on the big screen and everything? I mean, do you question it at all when you go back? Or what do you think when you look at this whole movie in its entirety put together with costumes, makeup, everything?
Well, it's a culmination of many hundreds and hundreds of people's incredible work. It's an amazing time to be a filmmaker because we're at the point that anything you imagine can be put on screen now with this computer CGI effects. It's the time that you can make the most believable fantasy movies, and that's what we've tried to do. We've tried to make this film very realistic, really transport you into another world.
What was your favorite? I love asking this question. What was your favorite on-set moment?
You could live it. Well, my favorite on-set moment is really with the last day of the shoot, when after 18 months of filming, we finally got the movie finished. The very last shot.
Amazing. And thank you.
Beautiful film. I would like to know, how did you balance the dramatic aspects of the story with the adventure and the special effects? I'm sure that was tough.
Well, it's a dramatic part of the story, which is what's most important. I mean, the emotional journey, the characters. That's what you really want to see when you come to the movies. The spectacle and the technical side is really the icing on the cake.
Wonderful, thank you. Really brave characters. Can you tell us a little about Keely and Phoebe?
Oh, they're not really that brave, are they? We're just faster than everybody else. We look brave. I think it's all a con.
They're young and stupid, so they're peer brave, but they're not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
How does it feel getting all this attention? I mean, all the photographers screaming. Are you a little crazy?
I'm a little overwhelmed. It's not something I get that often.
It's pretty frantic, all right. Yeah, it's really nice that people seem to be quite supportive of the movie and excited about it like we are. So it's pretty cool.
What do you think Peter Jackson brings into popular culture as a filmmaker?
Well, he brought Lord of the Rings to life, and he's doing it now with The Hobbit, and he's amazing at creating these big worlds.
What did you like about the characters you played the most?
We get
taller than him.
Yes, for once he gets to be a little bit taller. He's bigger boost than me. It's just a lot of fun spending 18 months running around Middle Earth with the sword. Who's not going to love it?
How come he's doing all the talking? I'm kidding.
He's good. I just let him talk, wait for him to trip up.
That's cool. Take care. Enjoy.
Thanks very much.
See you. I was just kidding. Ori, right?
Ori, yes.
It's a great character. Tell me about him.
I think it's easier to describe what Ori's not like. He doesn't have a big beard, he doesn't have big armour. He's kind of got a little tiny knitted cardigan and mittens, and his weapon is a slingshot. So he's kind of like the pathetic really one. He's the fish out of water on this kind of trip to find mountain.
It might be an innocent, but who will say no to Peter Jackson, right?
Well, nobody, really. I mean, when I got the phone call, it was just pretty spectacular. One of those life-changing moments. But working with him is incredibly normal. It's like working with a friend doing kind of a short movie in his garage down in Wellington. But yeah, I've had the best 18 months of my life.
How tough was it to be reacting to all these special effects and all that?
Well, I've done a lot of theatre, so I'm kind of used to making up stuff in my head. So playing to a green ball on a stick was kind of I guess not having a prop in the theatre world. So I kind of blagged it, and Pete's really good. He shows you kind of what the world's going to look like. But of course, when you go and watch it, it's far bigger and far.
After so many months and hours working together with all this group, did you guys become friends or you hated each other?
No, it sounds such a bloody cliche, but we do love each other and we are like a family. I mean, I used to watch Lord of the Rings movies and I hear them say, oh, we're one big family, and go, oh, God, if they say that one more time. But it's so true that the atmosphere that they've got down in Wellington is just great.
So how do you feel being the link of two periods?
It's great. I mean, it's an honor. It's an honor to come back. It was a gift to see old friends again and to revisit the character briefly, to see him.
You have to go like this.
It's great, and it's a lovely way that they've managed to provide a conduit into the news story by bringing us back to the world that we're familiar with. So it's lovely.
Considering that you practically grew up with Lord of the Rings, what brought into your life as an actor?
Finally, when you do that,
well, it created opportunities I may not have had prior to that. It provided a responsibility of a kind of massive character arc that I'd never had before. So it was a great learning experience.
Oh, really excited. Really excited.
Is it a little overwhelming?
It can be, yeah. It's very hard to focus, you know. It's such a blinding flash of lights, and yeah, it's crazy.
To develop Gollum, how much did you talk to Peter, or it was all scripted, or how did you relate to?
No, we between Peter and Philippa Boyens and Fran Walsh, the writers, we evolved the character over the course of Lord of the Rings, and then when I was revisiting it this time, we had a clearer idea. Although in the first draft it was more Gollum than Smeagol, and then we decided to put back that dual personality a little bit more. So it was very exciting.
How liberating is it for you as an actor to play someone so rich and different, and I mean the freedom that you have?
Yeah. I mean that's the wonderful thing about performance capture technology. As an actor, it allows you to play a variety of different roles which you wouldn't actually normally be cast as. You know, you can. It's all about the imagination and being able to fulfill those roles and embody them and play them psychologically. You know, a character like Gollum is, you're lucky if you get a character that's as well written as that, because it is beautifully written, both by Tolkien and by the writers in the film.
Last question: when you see him, do you see yourself, or
you got to ask Lorraine?
I do. I'm afraid I do see you.
Yeah. He's very much. He's actually like. I swear to God, when I first saw the Gollum sculpture, it looked like my father, and he really does look like my dad, who's passed now sadly, but that's who he looks like.
You feel premiere night? Is it different than being at the junket sitting?
Yes, it is. It's more mad and more loud.
Interesting.
In the same way that certain things are interesting. Yeah.
So how did you accomplish the dramatic aspects of the character with the comedic aspects? Because sometimes he was very funny and innocent.
Yeah, well, I think that's. I just think that's acting. I think some of it is. Some of life is dramatic, some of life is comic, and Bilbo is a very three-dimensional character. So I mean, some of his life is light, and some of it's dark.
How was it for you to be 18 months within this project with all these people? Did it build relationships or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I got on extremely well with some of the people who I only knew a little bit from London. So I went away being very friendly with Ian McKellen and Jimmy Nesbitt and Andy Serkis. It was lovely making real friends.
What makes Peter Jackson unique, or what do you think he brings?
Well, the fact that he never wears shoes. I mean, even on a night like tonight, he's wearing kind of hiking boots. That's what makes him unique, and that's when he's not wearing barefoot.
What about as a director?
Oh, is he a director? I didn't realise. I just thought he was a fashion guru.
There is an expectation.
Well, he's got, I mean, he can approach this scale unlike anybody else, and make this scale still feel intimate and still feel human. I think that's what he does brilliantly.
My name is Guy. Really nice meeting you. You look super elegant. I love this.
Thank you very much.
Tell me, how much was it for you coming back home to come to the world of Peter Jackson?
That's what it felt like, coming back home to Middle Earth and being very well looked after, and these fantastic actors and a wonderful story to tell. A dream job, really.
How does it feel for you to be part of one of the most iconic, parts of popular culture? Like,
it makes you. I'm just lucky to have been the guy who got to play the parts. That's what it feels like.
Which are the qualities that you like the most about your character?
The fact that he thinks people should get on with each other and not be aggressive, and certainly no violence.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the event.
Not at all.
So you look very different from the character, right?
Yes. I'm a little bit taller than Thorin, yeah.
Not really. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, not really.
How do you feel premiere night? Is it interesting, fun?
This is a really special night because we've got the Wizard here. It's the first time that Ian's come to a premiere, so I feel really honoured that he's come to share the film with New York.
Which are the qualities that you liked about your character? He's very brave, right, or not? Or?
The qualities I like the most about Thorin are his nobility and his attempt to inspire loyalty in his group of dwarves and take them on a quest which faces huge danger, but at the same time to inspire courage in them. Yeah.
After it took 18 months to shoot this, so you were part of this family, if you want. What was the impact? Did you isolate yourself from your real world, or what happened?
You know, when you go to New Zealand, you really are taken to the other side of the planet. You are isolated, but Peter creates such an incredible family for us to work in, and we were made to feel so welcome.